All right, Shalom, Yashala. Real quick video giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostles, elder bishops, a great millstone, much salutation to the brothers teaching word. For the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will to hopefully extend the elect, Shalom, multitude. I asked GptChat a list of countries that practice polygamy. And as you know, polygamy, I'll get the definition right quick. The practice or custom of having more than one wife, and it's usually more than one wife, but it says here, or a husband at the same time. You know, America, as wicked as America is, they will include, well, as long as a man can have many as women, as long as a woman can do the same. Because down here it says polyandry, polyandry, if I'm saying it right, is when a woman is married to more than one husband at the same time. It is called polyandry. Polyandry. You know, we talking about polygamy. So I looked up. I asked for a list. Come on, man. Of the countries that practice it. Says polygamy is legally recognized in about 58 countries worldwide, man. Mostly in Africa. So all you women that want to go to Africa, guess what? You want to claim Africa, they practice polygamy. The Middle East, which is Levant, is basically West Asia, and parts of Asia. It is generally permitted. That's basically the whole world. I mean, you know, the three sons of Noah, produced and progenerated all the people you see in the world. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They, this, we all originate from somewhere. Are the descendants of some nation, and we know what we are. We the Israelites. But this practice is basically the whole world practice is except America. I mean, America's the only one that got a problem, with a man ruling the household and a man having more than one wife. This is common. This is a common practice, man. So that's why a lot of these women they love America. They don't want to go to these other countries. As much as they talk about Africa being their homeland, they're not in Africa. Especially what now? Here's the thing too. If you go on down, it says Nigeria, which is West Africa. Those are our people. Legal under customary law and Islamic law. Now, Islam doesn't necessarily always have to do with Muslim religion, Arabs, because Muslim actually means, submission to God. So if you say, well, yeah, I submit to the God, I submit to the the all powerful, the mighty God, then you could be labeled as a Muslim in some of these countries. Just off the bat, not even mentioning the practices of what nation you're from. It's almost like if you submit yourselves to the practice of being a car mechanic, you become a mechanic. It's not, you don't become, and people that come into that same practice, it's not a, it's a, what do you call it? It's a skill that you can learn, but it's not who you are. You could be a mechanic, but you're a mechanic. You're not from the line of mechanics or descendants of mechanics. You may have mechanics in your family. I was shy. He was a carpenter. His father was a carpenter. They got carpenters in their family. You know, you got lawyers in your family that you're not. You know, but that's not where you descend from. We descend from an actual nationality. So you could be called a lot of things and not be the actual thing that you're called. Um, Jake could be called a hustler. He could be called a pimp. That's not them. And then a lot of these pimps, they like they get married, you know, and become a husband to a wife, and they have children and all that, and they get out of that business because and they'll probably tell a life story like, yeah, I used to be a pimp, but it has nothing to do with your nationality. Um, so um, it says Sudan, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, which is a lot of those East Africans. Polygamy is, if not all East African, polygamy is widely practiced and legally recognized, man. Oh, for all you females that love Africans, Mali, Senegal. So we're not bad guys for wanting more than one woman, or uh, having more than one woman, or desiring more than one woman. And it's not even just, it's not based on so much lust and woman's body, and she's fine as hell. It's based on what the needs you can get from these women, the needs that is that's supposed to be provided by a woman that's supposed to be doing womanly duties. You know, a nurse of the earth, and you know to bring forth your children from your loins to help you in certain things, like it says in the scriptures. Help me. These women always think it's about sex and about laying down with a woman and popping her every day, daily, and yeah, because that's all that's on their mind. They're carnal species. Egypt, legal for Muslims, um, and you had a lot of Israelites called Alexandrians, which was um, a great part of that. Mostly went to the Passover, you know, with our customs, being Israelites, um, keeping the Passover. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain. I'm probably pronouncing these. Amman, Kuwait. Polygamy is legal under Islamic law. Iraq, Iran, Yemen, Jordan, Syria, recognized under Sharia law. Sharia law. Um, and those are the old Babylonian regions, and Israel regions too. So us being Israelites and us coming from so-called what they call Middle East, we practice that, and it's still today. This is still today. It's not something like, oh, that was we're advancing. These, even with these countries advancing in technology, advancing in power, they still keep these practices, man. Afghanistan permitted under Islamic law. Um, Philippines, Singapore, Sri Lanka, legal for Muslims only. Malaysia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, legal. All those people in those lands, they're not all Muslims. A lot of them are Christians. You can call them converts or whatever, but a lot of them are Christians. And I don't know if they changed that, you know, law, but even as a Christian who they don't get it right, they're not true Christians, even the Christians in America. But if they're Christians over there, or converted to Christians, and they still practice polygamy, you would say, well, you're not a real Christian. Well, nah, because true Christians had more than one wife, because they were the Jews of the Bible. They were just called Christians, which means anointed. It didn't change their nationality. You can't change your nationality, man. You could change your religion, but you can't change who you are. You can't change your nationality. Uh, and I won't be on this long. Brunei, probably butchering that. Mauritius, probably butchering that. Recognized for Muslims. Most polygyny, one man, multiple wives, is practiced. One woman, multiple husbands is extremely rare. Some countries consider for the first wife. And then you could read all through the Bible that all the men, ancient times, have more than one wife, man. So all that one wife thing, and we're gonna only have one wife in the kingdom is bogus. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like I said, anything that doesn't make sense, throw away. It's trash. It doesn't add up. It's confusion. Western nations, look at this. Europe, North America, and Australia criminalize polygamy as bigamy. That's how you know America raises there's demons in here, man. It's a it's demonic forces and spirits all running rapid in this place. But you could be a whore though, and you could be a pimp. You know, that's not outlaw. That's not looked down upon. Look how many times Jake, even with Jake, you know, and his circle of people, his whatever you want to call them, colleagues, his equals, as as rappers, as they talk about pimping and all day. Jay-Z, big pimping, Pope, UGK pimping with what's his name, Pope. I mean, Pimp C. Then you got, and then you got a whole bunch of black women in the video dancing for them and fiending for them, whatever. And it might be for spotlight, whatever it may be for, but they publicize it. They show themselves like that. Who was that other? Who was that other? Um, do or die. Poe pimping. Uh, Twister. You know. Uh, yeah. Uh, Snoop Dogg and a 50 Cent. I'm a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm a PIM. Mother effing PIMP. And the girls love it. They love 50 Cent. They love Snoop Dogg. You know, they love these rappers, and so they hypocrites. They oxymorons. And then to learn the truth and know the truth that this is a common practice. This is a watered over there in the so-called Middle East, and all these other countries. This is America is the only one that got everybody's, head messed up, in confusion, to be hypocritical, and to be have the with no knowledge and wisdom. You know, we are the seed givers. We are the ones that procreate. Women can't do that, and we could, like the apostles, elders, bishops, we could do it with any nation's women that we want to. Have a lay down with a Moabite woman and have an Israelite child. Lay down with a East Indian woman and have an Israelite child. Lay down with the Edomite woman and have an Israelite child. Lay down with a Arab woman and have an Israelite child. So what they have learned from this American education is lies, deceit, um, abominable abominable learning, reprobate learning. You know, and this weakens a nation. This really weakens a nation, man. You know, it really does. When you don't, as far as holding back, that's like killing a man's crops, killing his farmistry, killing his produce. That's like that, man. And you know America, what they've done, what they did, and what they're still doing, and depopulation that they believe in, especially concerning the Israelites, and then contraceptives, using the Jimmy and abortions and all that, and abortion clinics and all that. This is a place of death. Life comes from procreation, which comes from a man having multiple women. You see, hey, China got a billion people, billions of, it's over a billion population, man. You don't tell me they don't have multiple women over there. Japan also, and all these other countries, and then you be like, well, damn, they build an army and they say, well, we billion strong, we gonna send them, we gonna whoop y'all's ass. You be like, damn, y'all, how'd y'all become a million billion strong or whatever? Well, shit, yeah, we've been laying down with many women. Y'all ain't been doing that. Oh man, we don't practice like that. Well, we about to take y'all over, man. What did it talk about when the and I'm talking, but and I'm getting closed out right after this. What did concerning the Hebrew children? Uh, they said let's kill the firstborn male born child of every. Uh, you know, I'll just go ahead and get it and close out. Every first male. I forget how it's worded, man. Hopefully this is it. Male, every man child born. I might have to look it up on my phone. And it said, "Lest the lest the Hebrews multiply." See, you can't bring forth. We're gonna bring forth. Says one should become a nation. We're gonna bring forth many children and Hebrew civilized, a new kingdom of Hebrew civilization. So we're gonna land down with many women. Uh, see if this part. Kill every male child born. King James Version. Um, Kill every Hebrew born child lest they multiply. King James Version. Yeah, Exodus 1 and 22, it says, Pharaoh commanded, then Pharaoh, let me get the New Living Translation. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all his people, throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River, but you may let the girls live. Because why? That's you killing life. You getting rid of life, procreation. When you attack, you kill the male, but the girls can live because they don't procreate. And the same thing happened with Herod when he was looking for Yahweh Shai. Where's the male child to be born? To devour him as soon as he be born. So they have decrees, they have practices this into this day to kill us off. So now women believe in abortions. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just get an abortion, or yeah, I don't want no children. I'm gonna stay celibate. I don't want. They don't want life inside of them. They rather have death. A barren wound is like unto death. That's why these women were ashamed. They like, I'm barren, Lord. They cried out, especially when they became an old age. Like Sarah laughed. She said, I'm old age. My womb can't bring forth life. I'm done. So what a man, Most High had a man to go inside, Abraham going, and she bare. I mean, when she said, when she was barren, like she said, go into my handmaid Hagar, you know, because that's life. You know, what women will say that today? I'm barren. Can you? I got a handmaid of one of my friends. She's a virgin. Go inside her. So we'll have a child through her. They do have such thing as surrogate mothers and all that, but it's not practiced. With Israel and righteousness. You know, it's always some women be selling their children on the dark web and be giving their children to crackheads and drug dealers and shit like that, man. Makes you kind of mad, man. But yeah, um, so we going it makes sense. We're gonna have plenty of women, man, and that's the whole. Like I said, the world, these countries. America's the only one that's against it, and it's bigotry, it did and that. No, these other countries practice it to this very day. You know, so that's why our people love this American world. This women love this American system, love American world. They get to be above a man. They get these high entitlement. They can abort a child if they want to. You know what I'm saying? They can keep their man in check, so called in check with child support and taking them to court and saying got abused and he's cheating on me, so I got a right to do this. He got another woman on the side. Like, yeah, that's why this place is through, man. It's done. Hang it up. Two forks in it. Overcooked. It's gonna be overcooked. The missiles. Most High is angry with the wicked. He's angry with America. He wants America. America. They're not even gonna rise back from their ashes, like the phoenix bird. They're not gonna be rising back from the ashes, man. They're thinking of America has to be done away with. You know, the thinking of these women has to be done away with, man. Because this is really a promotion. They promote death. If you really think about it, Esau and Eve, they promote death. Anyway, to the hope. I mean, hopefully it was edifying. To the next video show.